Hola, welcome to David y Dinero, your personal finance deal. Finally getting a recording in for my investments versus my stocks video. I've been wanting to do this one for a while now, so thank you for tuning in. Apologies if there's some background noise. My son is practicing his bass clarinet right now. Blitz is in my lap here, so a lot of things going on, but I want to get this video out there so that way we can see where we're at. I've been doing a lot of lotto videos. Those are fast and easy, but I've also been buying stocks within the last 12 months or so. So we want to see where we're at, right? So let me get started with some gratitude. First of all, it's cool that I can do this experiment that I'm doing. Now, granted, it's not a very big sample size. It's basically just me, and I'm doing random purchases, random stock timing. So take it for with a bag of salt, because this is just kind of my little experiment to see where I can what I can get from it, and hopefully it'll motivate you to try and do some investing yourself. Because but even though buying scratchers is fun, it's entertainment. Don't look at it as a way to really grow your wealth. It's not, in my mind, a realistic way to pursue wealth. But I will be honest, it is a little addicting. It's kind of exciting, and it's something you should be very aware of, because there is that what if chance. If I'm buying these tickets, like, what if I do get a $20,000 scratcher, a $50,000 scratcher? That would be amazing. But it's not a way to live, and it's not a good habit to have. I would rather have you and myself putting this money into an investment account to grow your wealth, to see what you can really do with your money here, and hopefully that's what we're going to do here. So let me jump into my where do I have my so here's my spreadsheet here. It's just something I threw together myself, so please bear with me here. So these are all the scratchers I've been buying here. So my scratchers. So let's do a high overview. So I started buying these, or at least keeping track of the ones I was buying, on May 26th, 2024. Today's date is September 21st, 2025, hence the Earth, Wind, and Fire album. Do you remember? The 21st of September. I'll put that link in the description here if you guys don't know the song, or if you just want to check it out. It's a great classic to have on the 21st of September. So if you're on Instagram, they play it everywhere, and it's just a great, fun song. I love Earth, Wind, and Fire. So I've been keeping track of the date, how many scratchers I bought for that date, the odds for that game. So, I say 1 in 3.3, 1 in 4.31. And I think I was taking the lower number initially, and I started going for the higher number later on. So I didn't really distinguish what number was which. I could probably look at the videos and see. I try to put the odds on the camera so that way you guys could see. So take this also with a grain of salt. The name of the game, the cost of the ticket, whether it won or lost, how much I won, and then kind of what the total. I started keeping track of how much I won for the videos, but then I just dropped it after, I don't know, about 3 or 4 videos in. And then I have a high level calculation here of how much I've bought so far. So as of, like I said, the 21st of September, I've spent $1,047 on scratchers. Played, let me see, is this right? 91 games. So I've won $640, and I say won in quotes because that's less than what I've paid. So really, I've lost $406. And the net after, purchase versus winning, $640. I won 34 times. I've lost 57 times. Percent of the tickets that were winners, 37.36. And that just says, it doesn't mean it was a big winner, just a winner. Percent losses, 62.64. And this is the big number here that I really want to emphasize: return on investment, negative 38.78%. So what does that mean? So I've spent $1,047, and you multiply by negative 0.3878, and you get 641. So that's how much return on investment I've gotten. So really, I've been losing money this whole time. So let me scroll down just to see, get a better view of what I've been buying. And these should all correlate with all the videos I've put up for the scratchers. So I have the date purchased, and ideally this is Scratcher 1, Scratcher 2, Scratcher 3 video. And there might be one or two that are in my, what do they call them, the shorts. So I did I think the California, what was it called? California Dreamin'. I think this was a short video. So this was technically might be a separate video. No, it was the 40 Years Play, this one. So I think I did a separate video for that one ticket. But yeah, this is how I keep track of my scratchers. This is something I think is just kind of helpful to see how much money I've spent. And really, this is the big number here. I should zoom in on this here. How do I do that? I'm not used to this. So this is the big number, ultimately. Let me just make it bigger. $1,047 up here in the top right. So now let's go to my investments. So I have multiple accounts. So I tried to break it out into my accounts just for my keeping track. I started buying stocks on October 9th, 2024. And the last purchase I bought was April 15th, 2025. This one's kind of, I don't really like having this one in here. It was a freebie from the Moomoo app that I downloaded. And so it's really, they give you like 3 free stocks of something. It's been winning for me so far, but I only have 3, and it's, I think the original cost was $3.77. Current price is $6.39, which is a great return. But since I only have 3 stocks, it's currently at $19. So I want to get rid of that one just because it's kind of not really a purchase. It was just a freebie. But if I go to what I actually did buy, so I went to SPUU. That's been a common one that I've been buying. Tesla is another one I've been buying. And VTI, that's a total stock market index, is another basically a exchange. I think that's an exchange traded fund ETF. So basically you're buying every single stock that's on the stock market. So stocks have been well for the last 10 plus years. So even just the last 12 months, I've been doing well. So everything green means I haven't lost any money. So how did I break this down? So money put in. So this first purchase, I put $254.04. It was kind of a weird, I put some money in, I took some money out. So I think that's why I got the cents there. I should probably just get rid of that. And then I did another transfer for $200 on October 23rd, and then another $200 on October 28th. This was a separate account. This is an after-tax brokerage. These top 3 are after-tax brokerage accounts. These bottom, 5, 6 are a Roth IRA. So that means the money that in this Roth grows tax-free. If I take money out of the after-tax accounts, then I'll have to pay taxes if I sell these stocks, assuming I make a profit. So let's look at a quick one here. So on these 2 here, I paid in and I bought them, a couple days apart. So that's why the stock price is pretty close. $146.01, $146.82. This day I bought 3, total purchase price of $438. This one I bought 1 for a price of $146. And then the current price as of, yesterday or Friday, the 19th of September 2025, closing market price is $178.99. So that means on this purchase I gained $33. This one I gained just a little less, $32.17, but I have more stocks. So current value of this one, this one I have more. I have 3 of this one, so $537, $178. So these 2 have gone up about a little over 20%, which is great. And then if I look at my Tesla, Now it's funny because this one I bought in December of 9th of 2024, and this one I bought April 15th of 2025. If you look at the purchase price between these two on, where is it? Is that the right one? Yes. So December, the price was 384. About 4 or 5 months later, the price went down to 254. So I was losing money, but as of September, the current price is 426. So it's gone up. So don't just look at the price. Think about this is a long-term investment. So think, at minimum 3 years, ideally 10 plus years. And this is a long-term game, excuse me. So you want to keep buying and just don't look at the price. If you have the money to buy it, buy it. So currently my Tesla, between those two Tesla stocks are about $1,700, it looks like. So I'm doing well on those. And then my VTI, also they bought it at different prices. So in January it was $295, April $264. So I was able to buy more for, I was able to buy it at a lower cost, even though it was later in the year. So I bought it at it's at 328 right now. So both purchases were below that 328. So I'm currently at 328 for that one and 656 for this one. So let's look at the higher level. So okay, so let's see what's barking. So I'm taking a little cut back here. So I paid in just under $2,700. I've made 7 purchases. Out of all these stocks, I've gained $377. So I'm up to $3,077, which has a return on investment of just shy of 14%. And I still have cash because sometimes when you make these purchases, you don't use every single dollar. I would recommend maybe looking into like a Robinhood account, so that way you can buy fractional shares. So if you have $100 and you want to buy Tesla, you can buy $100 worth of Tesla. That's how I started with one of I can't remember which account I was using, but they let me use fractional shares. So it was easy. You just automate it. $100 transfer, and then automatically make the purchase when the money's there. If you know it's going to hit on Thursday, on Friday you make $100 of whatever you're investing in, and that way you don't have extra cash like this lying around. But this is also between like 3 different accounts, so it might be 40, 20, and whatever, $20 somewhere. So overall, though, the point of this, I am up 14%, which is actually better than average market returns, which are usually around 8 to 10%. So I'm happy with this. More importantly, I am up over my Lotto scratchers, because Lotto, I'm down almost 40%, which is no surprise. So basically, at this moment in time, if I keep buying Lotto scratchers, I'm going to keep losing money. That's the way it's showing. That's the trend I'm seeing, where if I keep buying investments, ideally I'm going to keep growing my money. So this is just kind of a high level. I've been wanting to do this video for a while, so that way we can make a comparison. So I think I am technically done buying stocks. Said I was going to do, well, I'm not done, but I was going to do $2,000 of stocks and $2,000 of scratchers. So I am about halfway there for the scratchers, since I've put in $1,047. So I got about another $960 or so to go, $953. So I'm going to get there pretty quick, because if I keep using these $30 scratchers, they add up really fast. But they're a little more exciting in my mind because you see more winners. But on the flip side is that the winners are pretty small so far. They've been $30, $40, and of course you get losers. So let me see, I have my these are my 7s here. So it's about a little less than 50% loss ratio there. And my winners, I've only got 30, 30, and 40. But I bought another round of 6 tickets, so I can record those next, and we'll see where we're at. It just takes one. If I get, $1,000, I'll basically kind of wipe the slate clean and I'll be even. And that'll be interesting if something like that were to happen. But right now, nothing like that's happened. So I'm still losing. And hopefully you guys are enjoying these videos. I want you guys to think about it. If you were to put this much money into scratchers, let's cut that in half. If you put $500 in scratchers, you put $500 in the stock market, and you start growing that money at 15%, it's going to compound. So I want you to do that every year. Ideally, you would just put, a little bit of scratchers here and there, so that way it's just for strictly entertainment. This is the most I think I've ever played in scratchers. This is a lot of money, so I'm kind of glad that I'm very glad I'm keeping track of it, because it's important to know how much money I've been putting in. But hopefully you guys like these videos and you guys can get something out of them. Please let me know if there's anything you guys want to see. Remember, the 21st of September. And this is David Y Dinero, your personal finance deal. Like and subscribe, and follow me on Instagram. I'm on David Y Dinero on IG, and that's probably where you'll see more of my content there. So that way you can see what I'm up to, and hopefully if I post new videos, you'll see them there. I want to do my next video on how to invest for children. Basically, if you have a child, it doesn't have to be your own. It could be a child in your life, grandchild, nephew, niece, and something that I want to get out there, so that way you can help build wealth for your family, your friends, friends of kids, whoever somebody's important to you, and yourself too. So don't forget that. So thank you again for tuning in. This is David Y Dinero, your personal finance deal. So total stocks I've purchased between all of these is just under $2,700. I made seven individual purchases. I've gained $377. What do you need? Hey. I'm trying to record. You want to be on my lap? Come on. Is it time to eat? What do you smell? Are you better? Okay. Okay, so let's see what's barking. So I'm taking a little cut back here.